From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the last edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Today na Friday, March 27, 2026, and where they bring come this edition of the program. My name na Yeno Kabiam.
And my name na Chengo Jalo. Good morning. Inside the program this morning, the national chairman for the Sierra Leone People's Party, Jimmy Batilo Songa, don't ask the mayor of the Freetown City Council her worship Ivona Kisa for hand over the motorcar and serve in office key to the new SLPP party leader na the Freetown City Council.
The mayor, he get motorcar, he get office, he get things there. Now for let you do that work, no so. So if you know they do if I can't park the motorcar, if I can't give the office key.
The Secretary General for the Salon Importers Association, Rashid Conte, say part of the challenge with the Salon Port Association they face now for make sure say the neighbor forget. I beg your pardon, we'll go back again on that into the say the Secretary General for the Salon Importers Association, Rashid Conte, say part of the challenge what the Salon port they face for risk revenue for government now because they don't sublet part of the port to other country. And today inside the program Radio Democracy, we talk to the communications manager for the Electricity Distributions and Supply Authority, EDSA, Sir Nepo, who can give the status but electricity in the country.
Well, this is another story then the inside the program for you. Members say they listen live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and powered by AfriCell Salon. And self they listen live from Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falabadi State, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio Wanje 101.3 na Pujondi State, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mwa 105.5 na Kailaun, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Konodi Street, Voice of Kaine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujondi State, Advocacy Radio Potoko District, Radio Katsbami on 106.7 at Tonko Limba, and at FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District. The program where you listen to na Good Morning Salone. You self get the opportunity for be part of the program by way you can send a text message to the number 077-981-981. Or you go now Radio Democracy Facebook page and drop your comments there, and save go now with YouTube page and drop your comments inside the program.
The program where you listen to na Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, as we wait for our studio guest when Sir Nepo, it represents the Electricity Distribution Supply Authority as communications manager. We start to look at issues inside the program. We'll go right now, both school, inside the national president for the Old Boys Association, Oba Engineer Haji Dabo, say for over 120 years, both school don't be the center of excellence. Inside the school don't produce plenty people don't contribute to development of the country. A talk this is a one press briefing with the Old Boys Association, all for updates the media, but the 120 years anniversary celebration will go up in April this year. We reporter Adeyemi Jackson gets more and go now report.
Inside 1906, the colonial authority be established the government secondary school where plenty people can call both school for sons and nominees of paramount chief, and the reason are for reduce the gap of education business between the interland and the colony. Since that time to now, about 120 years, both schools don't exist as way for celebrate the 120 year, make member them. Now the Old Boys Association, Oba, don't engage journalists them, but talk about the different activity them, where they don't put together for celebrate this year 120 year anniversary. Where it talk, the national president for the Old Boys Association, Oba, Engineer Haji Dabo, say the 120 year anniversary now for celebrate a good name where the school don't make bamboo planning business in the country.
While we acknowledge our own milestone, I want to be clear that this year's celebration is deliberately and intentionally centered on the school itself. It is a tribute to the institution that has, for over a century, been a crucible for character, a forge for leaders, and a beacon of hope for Sierra Leone. Our focus is on celebrating the achievements of the students, the current custodians of the Bow School legacy, and reaffirming the timeless values that make this institution unique. Bow School is not merely an array of buildings. It is an idea. Founded in 1906, it was established to cultivate a new generation of principled leaders. For 120 years, it has done exactly that.
Engineer Dabo also talked about some of the things them where the Old Boys Association don't they do for CC, both school get back in good name.
We are currently spearheading projects to renovate dormitories and upgrade key facilities, ensuring that the learning environment meets modern standards. Scholarships. We have expanded our scholarship program to ensure that no talented boy is denied a both school education due to financial constraints. Beyond this weekend, we are formalizing a year-round mentorship program that connects students with alumni mentors who will provide guidance on career paths, personal development, and ethical leadership. When we invest in both schools, we are investing in Sierra Leone. Our alumni are your leaders in parliament, your judges in court, your doctors in hospitals, your engineers on infrastructure projects, and your entrepreneurs driving the economy.
The national president for Oba also talked about the different activity where they done put together for celebrate this year 120-year anniversary.
On Thursday, the 2nd of April, will be the commissioning of gates and the amphitheater that have been constructed by the Old Boys Association and their partners. In the afternoon of Thursday, the 2nd of April, there will be a Durbar of Paramount Chiefs and cultural show. Oba has invited 40 Paramount Chiefs across the country to reflect the national character of the school. On Friday, the 3rd of April, starting in the morning at 11 a.m., the speech day and prize giving of the school will hold. That will take us to the evening of Friday. We will have a reunion of Old Boys alumni. There will be an interlude of about 1.5 hours for the Muslims to observe the Juma prayers, Friday prayers. On Saturday, the 4th of April, there is going to be a lot of activities. We will have the first session of our annual general meeting, AGM. That will be the business session of this year's activity, the first business section. In the afternoon on Saturday, there is going to be games and sports. Sunday, we will have our annual Thanksgiving service. That will be followed by a march past on the principal streets of Bo.
Reverend Kindness NNC, now the current principal for the Bo School, talk about some of the things that were in administration don't they do for CC. Bo School continue for produce good people there.
Always wanted to bring back the Supreme School out of the follow road of academic excellence. I want to look at effective teaching methods. How do we get people who are qualified to teach our boys, as it was in those days, or as it was in the beginning? We want to see how we can bring technology into learning. The world has changed, and if the world has changed, we should also change, so that we go alongside. Really wants to see or project so that we can have what we think we stand for. Basically, we want to see how we can motivate the boys. As we are all aware, our own days are not like their own days. In our own days, we have no mobile phones, we have no ways to connect with. Maybe the world that they now connect with. So we want to see how we can motivate them.
But which impact this year's celebration will bring to the school, the National Secretary General for Oba, Mohamed Masakoy, he explained.
Last year, we were able to put together our strategic plan detailing what we want Bo School to be like, what we want to undertake in the coming years in terms of discipline, in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of maintaining academic excellence, in terms of building peace, unity, and cohesion that Bo School is known for from its days of founding.
Mohamed Masako ended up a call on old boys them from both school. But come together and work for CC. Both school continue for produce good people. We will contribute to the country in development one. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Well, the program where they listen to that Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, as we begin for headline story, they say today inside the program, we'll go talk to the communications manager for the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, EDSA, Sanepo. We go can talk about the current status of the lights in the country. But for sake of that, I want to welcome Sanepo na the program. Good morning and welcome to the program, Good Morning Salone.
Good morning, and happy for the year this morning.
Until we get to you.
Yes.
Welcome. We will come to you, continue for the between the program. We continue for look at issues then. The Speaker in a Parliament, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, don't call on member in a Parliament, not for use boycott as result for make government do it in them party wants. In talk this na the well of Parliament, where him they talk about the absent way some APC member in a Parliament, don't absent from parliamentary sitting this being same. Well, for more on this, make we listen to a reporter, Chegno Jallo.
For the second term, Parliament the seat and member them na APC not attend the sitting. The first term, now where Parliament been they approve the appointment of Edmond Alpha for the Chief Electoral Commissioner na ECSL, but 1 month ago. And from that term to now, this na the second term where Parliament don't sit down. And this make some APC member of Parliament them been think say Parliament don't go recess for sake of the concern them where the APC party raise. But this inside the sitting, according to the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, the assumption of APC member of Parliament them not true.
Of course, I took a very long date for two primary reasons. One, because we were approaching holidays, and I wanted you all to relax. And secondly, because I told you at the previous adjournment, even before that date, that our friends, our colleagues, had their lower level elections. So I wanted them to have time to go through their politicking, so that at the end of the day, we can get them to be traveling to their constituencies and coming back at the same time, paying attention to their lower level elections at the same time, rushing to come for sittings and so on. Those are the reasons why I decided to take a long date. And of course, I informed this House that I was going to take a long date so that we enable them to pay attention to their politicking. Because I did not want, in any case, to put them in a disadvantageous position.
So, as the holiday and lower level elections don't pass, make the Speaker say they expect for see APC member in the Parliament inside this Wednesday sitting.
So, at this stage, I want to inform members of Parliament that we are going to be having sittings frequently because we have several things. We are going to be having frequent sittings beginning from tomorrow. After today, we are sitting again tomorrow because we have a whole lot to do as a Parliament. And let me at this stage remind members of Parliament that as long as you have been elected by your people, you come to this House as a member, an honorable member of Parliament, to serve the Republic of Sierra Leone. You come to Parliament to serve the Republic of Sierra Leone. All other considerations are secondary. Of course, I know you belong to political parties. I know we have one side that belongs to SWP, we have the other side that belongs to APC, we have the paramount chiefs. But let me remind you that as long as you have been elected by the people of Sierra Leone, you come to this House to serve Sierra Leone primarily. All other considerations are secondary.
People go member say now about 1 month so now where APC member them na Parliament tap them participation na both Parliament and local council them because they not agree for the appointment of Edmond Alpha for be the electoral commissioner na ECSL. But this, according to the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, not for be the reason for make APC member them na Parliament tap for go Parliament sitting.
There are more than 10 ways, in fact, more than 110 ways to urge government to do certain things. There are more than 110 ways. So please, I urge members of Parliament not to use attendance at the sittings to be one of the reasons why you should urge government to do certain things. This is a passionate plea. In the circumstances, I am using this medium to urge the leadership of Parliament to meet me in chambers tomorrow for a discussion, for some discussions related to what is going on at the moment. But I plead with members of Parliament to make sure that they have this in their minds, that your duty to Sierra Leone through the work we do here, is primary to all other considerations. So in the circumstances, I welcome you all, members of parliament that are here. Thank you very much for your diligence. I continue to love my heart to you.
After this announcement by the Speaker, Parliament will continue with their agenda, and the first thing they will look inside the other paper, now the bill, the Merchant Shipping Act 2025, with the committee stage and third reading, and member them na Parliament will look inside this bill, page after page, where the Speaker stop the sitting and ask member them na Parliament for meeting at committee room number 1 for 15 minutes, and later they been come back now the well and continue the debate. But in not say the Speaker been get for adjourn this meeting. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nacheng Jalo, they report.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. Inside the program, I want to welcome again with studio guests when Sanepo we come out from EDSA. Good morning once again, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
So until we get you now the studio, we see of late President Bill appoint new minister one when Mr. Grant for be the Minister of Energy and different things and on the be. For listeners where they listening for the first time, for they go get updates but waiting on the happen na EDSA.
So thank you very much. We all BCC, yes, of course, as you do the intro, due to the several reforms that would only take place on the energy sector, His Excellency the President will serve, obviously, as the Minister of Energy, and also it deemed necessary for appoint a substantive Minister of Energy, winner Mr. Cyril Arnold Grant. Of course, Mr. Grant, he gets a vast knowledge and experience within the energy sector. He don't serve the energy sector for more than 2 decades. And I will tell you for a fact that there is nothing within the energy domain we, know or we have not touch it, because as when I be a reformer, he don't serve in several capacities. He don't even serve as a technical advisor to the Minister of Energy. Then we will get Dr. Alaji Kanjasise. So he don't work within the energy ministry, he don't push development, and of course, even before an appointment, Naina be the ISLIP project coordinator for the Ministry of Energy and by extension government of Sierra Leone. So most of the reform projects within the energy sector now in beyond the spearhead before an appointment. So that is you see it bring come to the table knowledge and also understanding on how to run the energy sector. So when it comes to the appointment, that is one of the reforms and we His Excellency the President initiate, and I believe it yield some good dividend.
So we look now at coordination and working together. We get Minister 1, 2, and 3 in the energy sector. Then we get the energy sector lead winner, Dr. Kande Koleyum Kela. So how we don't sound like the coordination working with them. There are 4 people lay out that only work in this sector.
Well, the thing is, as I tell you, in the absence of the substantive Minister of Energy, then, of course, the President be appoint Honorable Dr. Kande Yumkela for spearhead and oversee the operations of the sector. So, of course, it be the day. And of course, you get also chairman of ECGC. So, but then we don't get a substantive Minister of Energy. Now we have a Minister of Energy, Honorable Cyril Arnold Grant. Of course, they work closely also with Dr. Kande Yumkela, say, in a chairman of PICREF and other energy-related affairs. So they are working together more so when it comes to renewable energy. So okay. It work with Dr. Kande Yumkela. So we get, of course, the ministry gets the Deputy Minister 1, Edmond Nuni, you get Deputy Minister 2, Mr. Jallo, Dr. Jallo. So they all get them. Of course, one also we get the head of the sector is the minister. Of course, the deputies and assistant to the minister. So we are necessarily the coordinator, and of them too they look at several other agencies within the sector and report to the minister. So when it comes to coordination, there is no. In fact, one of the emphasis where the president placed where they appoint them was coordination working together. So they're very focused on Andy, because if we are not coordinated, they will not go for achieve anything within the energy domain.
So we don't get one or two instances they would only call Dandy for calm, then they go say, no, this not give me go ahead, this not give me waiting for go and all. KKY, we don't get minister now, then KKY still did it and all. And we don't turn like, because we don't get Dandy, they come, we say, oh, divide Dandy, no, for this for no, this say no, not Dandy for calm and all.
Well, I don't know which angle you're coming from, because the ministry, as I know, is well coordinated. Because if he invite the deputy minister, well, of course, he therefore seek clearance from the minister of energy, and go tell and say may not come. So most times, if I don't see him, they don't care. I don't talk to him on energy related matters. They don't go on other mediums and forget conversations. So I don't understand what you see. You invite this one, he say no go come because you don't get clearance. No, I don't feel say that is the situation.
Okay.
Probably, there are times the ministers overwhelmed. They got plenty other things they already do day in, day out. So if you not invite them prior to the program, therefore just you say probably are busy with other activities.
Okay.
But I believe say if you invite them, you get time where you invite them prior, it will come and talk to the people regarding energy issues.
Before now, the appointment of Mr. Grant for serve as the minister, KKY be almost acting the capacity of a minister, be more visible. But ever since the appointment of the minister, we no longer see they do what they do before the appointment of a substantive minister.
So I don't know what you mean by more visible, because check when was the minister appointed? Just about 6 months ago, and they appoint him, the president appoint him, you don't get a media at all. You don't go to several mediums. You don't talk.
KKY don't get media at all ever since the appointment of the minister?
No, I'm not talking about KKY. I'm talking about...
try for say KKY be more active before a minister come in at the seat.
Yes, now they say we now have a minister of energy.
So
you don't go expect two people for serve as minister in one sector. No, we have a minister of energy, Mr. Sierra Leone Grant. I tell you, KKY, Honorable Kande Yumkela, also they work closely with the energy sector, because they look at more of renewable energy. So, and also chairman energy governance coordinating group. So a lot of things happen at the sector we one person not going to handle. Even before the appointment, even when Honorable Alaji Kanta CBD will get KKY as chairman energy governance coordinating group. So it's still they look at other areas that will help government for develop the energy infrastructure with particular emphasis on renewable energy.
We don't talk about 3 ministers and we don't talk about KKY. We also get people who serve now the EGTC and ETSA all combined. We get like 8 or almost so people who serve at the helm of affairs when it comes to energy business. Now the country was still challenged with the electricity. People they complain here and there. You think in the leadership now the problem?
So as I tell you, as part of the reforms, one of the things about what His Excellency do now for look at the administration of ETSA and EGTC and see how best they will look at leadership, governance, and even the functionality of the sector. And down the line, even because of that one, His Excellency will also appoint through the Electricity Act of 2011, appoint a new Director General of ETSA, Mr. George Taylor, So in don't begin work since January 2026. So of course you don't bring a lot of things under the table. Now be managing director on a Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. So some of the things that we do, we in a Sierra Leone Commercial Bank will be dividends will make the institution become more viable. You don't need transform now, you don't need transfer that knowledge also into ETSA operations. So now make it tell you, see, if you even go in depth into with functionalities, you're gonna say we don't make progress over time for ensure say we meet the needs of the people. Of course, what you
the
say
progress where you talk other person go feel like say ever since the appointment of them people are so the energy situation that was more than the way be there before.
When you talk about safe supply and distribution. Now, let me make this very clear. Of course, Charlo, you very close to the energy sector, not to the first NDC, they talk about energy-related matters. We all know, so yes, of course, in times like this, we are in the dries. Once we're in the dries, we get different generation sources. we get one of the main generation sources in a Bumbuna hydropower dam. But at this time of the year, we all know, say, because we not get rainfall, the capacity of Bumbuna hydro the drop serious one. So once you drop in capacity, it's not that much. So that is why right now, as we speak, we get less from Bumbuna. In capacity is 50 megawatts, but we get right now less than 10 megawatts. But however, as I say, we get different sources of generation capacity. We get, of course, car power ship. Right now, it is not the grid, it operates. We got CLSG, we got international agreement to CLSG, that they send power to ETA on the grid. We got agreement with Guinea itself, they send power on the grid. And of course, one of the things the current Minister of Energy don't do is for bring both Watsila and Niigata engines up and running. So we get Watsila and Niigata engines situated at Blacko Road and Kintom. So or to the on now they operate for add on to the generation output.
So we'll for can talk on the thing there with this new minister don't count on the thing. Let me go back to leadership in the ministry. We see you say they don't get new minister now in the ministry. KKY been there, KKY be so active, and most of KKY promise they will be make now the energy sector now being for happen inside this match. When we make plenty promise them. Then we don't see now this new minister don't come, KKY don't sit at the back. You go only hear KKY, the last time you outside and go give solar light to Oba. So let we talk now with them fine promise there and all. Let we talk about the leadership now the ministry.
Well, I'm for me can very clearly say me the communications person for ETA and by extension for the ministry. As I tell you, the ministry has a leadership now with Mr. Sierra Leone Grant. I'm not going to come and discuss or delineate or even advance reasons why we not see much of
so it's not KKY role now in the ministry.
I don't discuss sit down. I tell you, see, KKY they work closely with the minister and they focus more now on renewable energy. They get components within the energy domain who they look at as much as they also look at components also within the energy, within the agricultural ministry. So it gets a lot to they look at. So not to one thing KKY they look at. I mean, they look at energy, they look at agriculture, but components within the Ministry of Energy we get for do it renewable energy and some donor partner investments we they look at. So, but you will know the act make and clearly say, of course, the minister is the head of the sector. So the minister they not in the supersede, not in the supervise, not in the oversee the sector as of now.
So then they work now. KKY get some project there we then do inside match. When we talk about inside match for add the lights them, na different style inside them. KKY and then we talk about mission 300 inside government been go sign them. Na New York another thing them we with for improve na the energy sector. We don't see I mean people don't see and say don't sit at the back and all. Then I don't come. Then projects say all. How far then they now?
So that makes something very clear. You know, energy business or generally governance na continuity. I mean, even before Honorable Khaled Yumkela they come within the energy domain, other players have done in the domain where they don't bring lots of development on the table. Some be complete, some not be complete. When you come, the one not be complete, you pay emphasis on it try for roll them out for ensure may them reach to the completion stage. So yes, of course, I agree. During in time, we within the sector, it talk to the media, it tell one of the plans of the energy sector. Of course, not to just be in your plan as Honorable Khaled Yumkela, but be the plan of the energy sector. That is to say, whether he did it or not did it, that plans them still continue. The person go there at the helm will still look at the plans and see how best to go before bring them plans them into friction. So I tell you, see, most of the plans that you mentioned, Mission 300, they on course. If you listen to the objective of Mission 300, now for provide power, energy access to people, especially in our rural communities, expand access rate from now to 2030. So we still get time, and Mission 300 in implementation still get time. They look at few things. I mean, then just Mission 300 in embryonic stage. Then just don't begin. Therefore, get staff them, recruit them. It's still under. I would say it's still being supervised by Honorable Kano Yumkela. They have a coordinator. They set up the infrastructure. They set up the offices. They don't cause. So not to think where they don't abandon. They work together with the Minister of Energy and the Ministry as a whole for push that project. All of the projects that we Honorable Kano Yumkela will talk about, it don't cause.
Okay.
And the current minister they also push towards the attainment of the project.
We the holiday and take commercial break, and we'll come with the continue with the program. Continue for the week so far.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for it.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank are the one go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Not so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom any side na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Aha! Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Yes, na me name. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Bingo! Waiting you dey wait for. Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com.
No left piano, cause Bloomberg Digital they make you bank
with Colats. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
The program where they listen to the Good Morning Salone, they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And now they bring come this edition of the program. My name is Kabia.
And my name is Cheng Nojalo. We still get na the studio side, one of the communications manager na head side. And the program today talk about two things that happen with the light business na the country. Earlier on the program we don't talk about leadership issues so far na this particular sector. We highlight say we get 3 ministers. We get KK energy sector lead. We get ED na ETSA, we get the ED self na EGTC, then 2 get deputies them like I say earlier on, close to 10 people. We na experts them, most of them in this particular energy thing. Wouldn't don't be the problem again? We get all them people also about energy still na challenge.
So before I come to the problems you mentioned, like demystify the assertion. We not get 8 leaders in the sector. No, we only get 1 leader. We are the Minister of Energy. All others, for instance, the Deputy Minister 1, they act make provision for a Deputy Minister 2. Of course, then they at the supervisory level. ETSA, these are agencies reporting to the ministry. I mean, just like you get, you go Ministry of Transport, you get SLRSA, you get road maintenance, they are all reporting to the Ministry of Transport.
Quick one, they all they report to the ministry, like my colleagues say, but then people they are not experts when it comes to energy business.
It don't matter the expertise.
So the expertise no matter for life.
When it comes to leadership, I mean, we have a leader. You cannot have 8 leaders in one sector. No. As I say, we just have 1 leader who is the Minister of Energy, Mr. Sierra Leone. all other players within the energy sector report to the Minister of Energy.
Quickly, you don't know the energy sector for some time now. What it could be assessment so far comparatively between this leadership and other past leadership?
Thank you very much. I believe I can always say this. Energy now something we na continuous progress. One thing about energy is that it's so much involved capital, very capital intensive. So you can begin an energy project today, sometimes you don't go complete them in the next 2-3 years, because you get visibility, you get for do studies, you get for go through procurement process, you get for look for donor partners, you get for do specifications of what you want for do, you get for do installation, you get for do testing, you get for do commissioning. So elaborate energy project will be elaborate and it take time. So mostly I will tell you, I will begin the time we will get Honorable Alaji can just say, you be the mostly part of all of the activities and we able to roll out. And you obviously are aware say most projects if we initiate them, it complete some and not be complete some be they almost on the virtually complete. But also we can get other players we design other, of course the president take up the responsibility, and he also appoints Dr. Kande Keller for spearhead the affairs of the sector. And we in SEFCAM, of course, we say a look at the infrastructure, a look at generation, a look at renewable energy, and a look at a focus also on ETSA. We also know say we if we take up office, a look at the issues in ETSA, a look at the challenges, and if we do massive reforms in ETSA, we are in a even suspend some key ETSA management staff, and also a look at several other developmental issues in ETSA. So yes, of course, we know say we don't get leaders them in the energy sector, they come in, they go out. But the project them still in the sector. The project them, some don't complete, some they on completion, some get for complete, some are futuristic projects. So I'm from know say firstly I will start with the distribution and transmission we sit with ETSA. Yes, of course, ETSA in core mandate now for ensure say then distribute and supply electricity to the consumers. We mean to say ETSA na the intermediary, nine the plan, nine the ensure say you Jalo 98.1, all other residents in Freetown and Sierra Leone at large get access to electricity. We include provision of meters, we include the network distribution, establishment of network distribution infrastructure, we include expansion of electricity to unserved communities, we include installation of poles, installation of transformers, installation of heavy panels. We also include for ensure say if you get problems with you light now you use, you can easily reach out to ETSA and make reports, and ETSA get the responsibility for addressing problems. So that is the responsibility of ETSA. But of course, we all know say we don't say this over and over. At times, I'm not giving information of say before now we get an age infrastructure. We come to the network. The network be the series of problems. So because of that, of course, from the term of Honorable Alaji Kanyasi, we get projects, we get ESOP, we get E-Sleep, we get E-Sleep ESOP, we got additional financing. All of them projects they don't ensure say we don't change plenty pole and Africa, we don't change plenty transformers. They got to be complete for low voltage. 2-3 years ago now, they know they complain again. We don't like we not go say Freetown get a brand new network, but we don't go 80% for ensure say we rehabilitate, we reconstruct, and also we reinforce with network distribution infrastructure for ensure say we transport quality supply to a customer.
Sir, let me look at how this they reflect back to the citizen, and because talking about the ministry, quick one where you go respond. We get Mr. Grant, we get Mr. Nuni, we get Mr. Jallo, KKY self the overseer and self owner they for distribute this light. With all them people here within this energy sector and self with all the reforms them we say una don't do. But still people they get challenged for light, una they ration the lights. Waiting on be the problem that I hear there.
So another one comes. So I don't explain about the investment in the energy sector. And also we don't get this investment mainly be sponsored by the World Bank. We don't get plenty injection of transformers, cables, network rehabilitation, network expansion in the Freetown distribution infrastructure. So that one that I would tell you, see, don't help ETSA greatly for transport quality power to a customer them and ensure say the one don't be get even access, then gets access to electricity. So now, yes, of course, I know say with the ration. That is where I want to come on the generation component. Okay. Now, as I tell you, we also get generation component, even though ETSA, not to get to sister company, EGTC, they're responsible for generation. But also, ETSA gets, as per the Act, Electricity Act, ETSA get the responsibility for go into agreement and partnership with any other independent power producer who feel say get the capacity for produce power and sell it ETSA. So now, as I say, we mainly rely on state-owned infrastructure on Bombona. Will be give you around 50 megawatts. But as I tell you now, as at this time of the year, it will give you less than 10 megawatts. Okay, understandable, because that even that 10 megawatts you get for drop now McKinney, you get for drop now Mabroka before you can Freetown. So now what we don't do is we get contractual relationship with agreements with Car Power and with Car Power. So now for both the dry season and during the rainy season. Of course, during the rainy season, Car Power they give you less megawatts, around 25-30 megawatts. So during the dries, the contract will say they'll give you 40-45 megawatts. So now, of course, during the dry season, Car Power they place Bombona. Now Car Power they give you around 40-45 megawatts. So in not only Tapley, as I say, we also get agreement with Transco down at the CLSG line. Now all we go for, Radio Democracy be they will go commission the line there. Now we also get supply from the CLSG line, and they're not the only supply give Freetown. They also they supply Bo, Kenema, and Kono. Now I make you see. You always say Bo, Kenema, Kono. They almost get 24 hours electricity because they get the supply.
What's the supply to Freetown?
The supply. Then
Bo not get 24-hour lights.
Why? Except in a situation we are in faulty, but if fault not day, then they get.
Yeah, we colleague journalists that they say we see lights go don't come this morning. You go say past the next day back lights come.
So you talk CLSG they sell like 15 megawatts
for Freetown.
For Freetown. So would they get that one day, and also it cater for the provincial operation. So la also focus on the issue we mentioned for Bo, Kenema, and Kono. Yes, of course, we know say even in Freetown, even if we get total capacity with a match up to the demand. If fourth day, if we not resolve that fourth day, the customer never gets access to electricity until and unless we resolve that fourth day. So even if Bo require 10 megawatts and the 10 megawatts readily available for supply to the people, if a transformer in a community becomes faulty and will not resolve our mate, of course, that area will get blackout until we conduct maintenance and repairs on that transformer. Similarly, even in Africa, at times you go see you never get light, you not get light. Mostly until you get fault, and when you get fault, you don't get light. Now make even we pull out the load shedding, and the issue again we mentioned about the load shedding, we decide for initiate the load shedding, and this is not the first time we don't bring load shedding. Even last year we initiate load shedding. Load shedding for ensure say the gap we would don't able to establish. For instance, if we say this year we'll get 10 megawatt deficit, we would establish. We'll get for ensure say that 10 megawatts we sit down, we organize yourself according to service operational areas and see how best to go supply the lights equitably for ensure say that deficit day all man feel the challenge we will say the face. But if you watch the load shedding we will pull this year, we'll talk say now night load shedding, because during the day we get Makot na a renewable solar way they along McKinney for Camp Freetown. Then the supply give you around 17-18 megawatts. So that one day we add up to what we get already and the able for let we supply power na the town na Freetown during the day. We know they get challenges during the day. So now I make the term that we get challenged na net, because na net no say we not able to forget farm power from the solar na net. So they get a deficit, because if the solar be they operate fully na net like I they operate something, they will not get challenge. But we know say because of they get sunlight na net, the in output they drop serious one. So because of that, they will not counter now generation mix. Would they left farm out and focus on the farm power we'll get on our CLSG, Car Power. Then also waiting I say the Minister of Energy to ensure say, which was also part of the project, and we KKYB explained to us, say they work towards ensuring that he gets the thermal plants them like Blackroad and Kintom operational. So I want for bring to a notice for say when the new minister, Mr. Sierra Leone, take up office, he also focus on now and day. And as I speak to you, for the night term them who will get challenged them, the thermal plants they come on. Then come on, they add up to the generation capacity. So I will tell you now, say yes, of course, we still get deficits, but we don't enough feel like what we get last year. So what thing that happen at the energy sector is that every year we work towards closing the deficit. So they disappear instantaneously. No, because why disappear instantaneously now? Because every day in day out we get added customers on the grid. So the more you get added customers on the grid, the more the demand they increase. So we also get for ensure as the demand they increase, we project and focus and work towards ensuring that we get the required generation capacity for match up to the demand. That is why I will tell you, say, for this year we don't do a lot of work from the back end, and that makes you say yes, of course. I need deny blackout this small, but day as it be there last year.
Okay,
we don't pushing the gap, and also much improvement go in next year because we get project them on board now. For instance,
okay, we can't talk about a project down again next year and all. So it's all this way you don't talk the schedule, the waiting, the different thing they want to don't put in place, the project them where this new minister said don't can focus on. One kick something where don't they happen along, where don't they affect people them where they buy this headset up now the low voltage. Look at community like New England, Brookfields, Aberdeen Road. You get some partner Lumley, people they complain about low voltage where they pull their appliance system. So waiting at the problem where people still get low voltage.
No, so the area we call so, I don't deny you, but these are areas that we don't do investments. What I mean by investments, we don't rehabilitate the lines and we don't fix new poles, we don't run cables, don't put transformers and other area. But I'll tell you, sometimes I'm not going to deny say some people don't go to experience low voltage. But if there's a situation where in people that experience low voltage, I will tell you the reason. The reason would be to say, firstly, they don't run illegal lines not in area than they. Because I tell you, we will go install transformer in a community. We go planning department, network planning department. They could don't go then conduct the visibility studies. They could don't get the design. They could don't get assessment, and then come to a conclusion for results. Say this area require 300 kV. It requires 500 kV. It requires 1,000 kV. For instance, so we go do studies in Bathurst. We discover say because Bathurst be don't big, Bathurst require 1,000 kV. So now 1,000 kV now we go put it. So if we don't go put, for instance, now book fees, we don't because book fees big. I don't know what particular percent book fees. But if we don't take a book fees one, we say they require 500 kV transformer. I mean transformer we don't go put on it. Then we don't say that particular transformer if we serve 500 households. Okay. So I tell you now, say if people that begin connect illegally, then palm body them, the other side they connect on that same transformer, it expand to 600-700 households. Then it get the transformer they get challenged for give in required output to them community. So people will begin, even the one who don't begin, who they enjoy steady power supply, that they begin experience low voltage because they don't constrain the functionality of the transformer. So I tell you, say, when we always encourage communities and for say, where we don't go, we don't do studies, we don't install the infrastructures for Savona. If any other community want to add to that transformer, I'll tell you that come back. We right now, as I talk to get man in a field the pan route. If you go Falcon Bridge, when I go see the cables there, people because they do load shedding, people they buy cables and they call electricians them, they go connect. For instance, if you do book fees, you connect na Congo Cross. So if book fees they on off, you get light from Congo Cross. Then they say the poly transformer. It cause low voltage. It blow the fuses on the transformer. Okay. So that in itself is illegal. Okay. So people they call them private line. Someone they run private line from one point to another, then they create a whole lot of instability in the network.
You seem for the shift the blame on the consumer them or the customer
not to
them.
Blame, not to blame. It happen.
But it's a responsibility in that one day.
How?
We transformer sometimes not the supplying capacity due to own network.
No, I don't say it's not to own network. But we don't change. Well, most of the areas, I need deny say there are certain areas where we still need for do more. But what I can say is most of the areas that we not highlight, we don't do injection of transformers, cables.
Then yeah, they see new transformer and they and all, but people still they get that.
So now they tell you, I say, if you go do studies as a journalist or you go do interview, you will know they go tell you, see, most people they get quality supply. But if there are areas where also they experience low voltage, now the reason I don't highlight.
So you say now because of illegal connection.
That illegal connection, people don't extend the line from one community to another. Just for them to get someone they connect for get 2 phase, 3 phase, so that if this phase they off, it will get line on the other phase. So now they challenge it.
Okay, continue for the
functionality of the
transformer. When we
transformer.
come back inside the program, you will can explain more about some of the things that I don't put in the Black Road, talking about car power ship and other project that they do for improve the lights in the country. Inside the program now, not time for we take break.
You dey get problem for find the right bank for keep you copper or do business? Union Trust Bank UTB na your solution. UTB they do internet banking where they make them easy for you for know wetin dey happen with your account any side you dey anytime you put or take money. We dey give we customers them loan we no go monitor them for pay at all. Oh yes, Union Trust Bank na the bank for you. Na UTB, all we customers them special and we get good workman them where they cater for all we customers them banking service. We then a plenty sign of the country. We then a Kabbalah, Cambia, Lonsal, Jala, Maboka, Bo, Kenema, Kono and Mile 91. You can get more information but we at www.utb.sl or come now we head office na number 2 House Street, Freetown. Union Trust Bank, na the true bank for you.
Salone Road Safety Authority SLISA management get for nobody the way a manner where some people them they take money from the public, they make false claims say na for sake of SLISA. This na thing where they condemn and one day the public no say SLISA no ever ask for that. This na the breakdown of driver license by category and almost the cost. Category A for them motorbike rider license normal na 660 leon. Category A plus for them tricycle license normal na 660 leon. Category AA plus them motorbike and tricycle na 660 leon. Category B for drive car, jeep, van dem na 1,200 leon. Category C for drive truck normal na 1,250 leon. Category D for ride excavator, them machine them where they dig ground na 1,300 leon. Category AB, them motorbike, car, jeep them na 1,550 leon. Category BC, then car, jeep, truck them na 1,600 leon. Category CD, then truck and machine them where they dig ground na 1,650 leon. Category ABC, then motorbike, car, jeep, truck them na 1,700 leon. Category BCD, then jeep, truck, machine them where they dig ground na 1,750 leon. Category ABCD, that's na all the category them na 1,800 leon. Always ask for official receipt where you pay. They want let the public know, say, then for report any of them kind of a thing and day to SLRSA by way for call them number also +232 76 643 664 +232 76 858 685 +232 75 198 796. Now, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority and Autospec Salone Limited bring this message to you.
Well, the program where they listen to now Good Morning Salone, as don't listen message from SLRSA and they tell you the different side them we for go take your license and they don't put different things in place for so that you give for take your license on time and quick. The program they continue, China.
And inside the program we'll continue to look at more issues. We take one power headline materials and Musa, the national chairman for the Salone People's Party, Jimmy Batilo Songa, don't ask the mayor for the Freetown City Council, her worship Yvonne Akisa for an Obai Motoka and office key to the new SAPP leader na the Freetown City Council. It talk this inside one meeting where be all some councillors them na the ward C and self FCC for SECA the issue with APC the contest society and they take part in governance and don't abandon the different council. And for more on this, we join Yeno Kabia.
This bien the main opposition APC party been tap all the member of parliament them, councillor them, and district chairman not for take part in governance. This decision come after where the party say they don't agree with the appointment of the new ECSL boss, and according to the APC leadership, government go against the tripartite committee recommendation. As they say, then go only take part for governance if government withdraw the appointment of the new ECSL boss and serve follow the team where they inside the tripartite recommendation on how for pick the ECSL boss. This decision where the APC party take now one where plenty people concerned about. For sake of all this, word be don't come out snado from the National Public Relations Officer for the SLPP party, Moses Mambu, as in say, them party be don't appoint one acting mayor for the Freetown City Council. This appointment now one way a serious concern from plenty people, where include the APC leadership and even the mayor of Freetown City Council, Yvonne Akisoya, who side and they argue say this appointment no then a law.
For we not go left Sudan, Freetown City Council, and the West Rural District Council for the infiltrated state. It is within my constitutional right as the chairman for call una say, more una go work, una go do the work where they elect una for. We appoint leader of SLPP councillors. We don't appoint a leader. It is within my constitutional right. The SLPP constitution give me the right for appoint who that they lead me councillors then. Before, then they not be they be left loose. Now you get a good shepherd by the name of Sergeant Battle Sunga. So me they lead me flocks there now. I not get for day na FCC, inga for day for make sure say a man the affairs of the party na that particular side. They are representing SLPP. I want you to know that. The man is the leader of all SLPP elected councillors for FCC.
You been listening to the national chairman for the Salone People's Party, Jimmy Batilo Songa. We been they talk about the reason why he say them party been decide for pick councillor Ibrahim Blah for be the new SLPP leader we go lead the council. He continue for talk about the work where he say councillor Ibrahim Blah gets for do na the Freetown City Council.
He got for make sure say he support in councillors them for let them clean Freetown and make sure say he work with the CA anything with them for do na the council for let the council be functional. Well, we not be don't reach out to the mayor. As a political party, we get divergent view. Yeah, they don't say they're not the good government, and we in a government. The thing we will get for do now for ensure say that we don't cancel them work. You understand? As them begin work, we go find way for dialogue.
According to the national chairman, not so only councillor Ibrahim Blah, the party appoints as leader na the Freetown City Council, but say the party also don't appoint Mamelamin Kamara for lead the Western Area Rural District Council as chairman.
The chairman, when a cashier, where they na what see, this young man who don't put for be the leader of SLPP council or another council, don't even tell me say where he can go out. He can call and talk say I know that they act. Now so we expect for let be in this country. You know saying APC or SLPP. That's all I say no so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you tell me just now?
I say even where chairman or the way they go for medical out of this country, they ask me Councillor Mohamed Lamin Kamara for act in the absence.
Yeah.
So you don't see president don't they now one council.
Yeah.
So why it go different with FCC?
But this decision, now one way the chairman say, they not been communicating with the leader of the party, President Julius Maada Bio, but say, when the president return back na the country, then go tell them about this decision.
The leadership of this party divide into two. You get the administrative leader and you get the political leader. Whatever me they do as administrator, I go get for informer accordingly. You're the leader not there now, and as he come, we go informer.
So you not be informed the leader before you take this?
You question the try for draw me leader into this. I want me you know say the SLPP administrative leader don't work within councillors them and where they within me constitutional mandate forget a leader of the councillors, and that's what we have done.
In same way, so say, the SLPP party self don't ask the Salone police for giving clearance for protest in favor of waiting the president do the term where APC self the protest.
Protest don't get for work with me as SLPP chairman. When they apply for say then they protest, we serve now SLPP, we say they do counter protest. And I want to tell the nation, may they know this say, I don't already call the Inspector General of Police for let them ready for receiving your letter. When they protest, will they protest, sir?
Yes, sir.
I go tell them, say we serve the go protest in favor of what the president do. For say a right is constitutional.
Jimmy Batilo Songam don't ask the mayor of Freetown City Council, Yvonne Akisoya, for hand over a motoka key and office key to the new SLPP leader, na the Freetown City Council.
The mayor, he get motoka, he get office, he get things there. Now for let able do that work, no so. So if you know they do if I can't pack the motoka, if I can't give the office key, you understand? It is fact. The mayor na get in work. Now say they left in work, and we they tell her they can't do in work. We know they na make they do the work.
With all waiting the national chairman don't say, one go one no. Waiting the law say. For pool mayor or council district chairman, one decentralization expert, we same way so, now the person we been draft the local government act and policy, Floyd Alex Davis explain.
For remove the mayor chairman, they own more stringent. A committee go get for be set up by the chief justice, then get for investigate them for a while. So the mayor and the chairman and the first gentleman, so they're not so easy for pool. If you then go through that process, then they remove the mayor, then of course himself could be replaced. And the council they take the decision. Yeah, if council not the function, the president can take the decision here on the advice of the Minister of Local Governments. The reasons then are the acts, if council not the work, because the government's own responsibility now for ensuring the local councils then work in the interest of the people and more than they govern. We in that case, the president can set up a management committee for run the council. And that management committee they will be made up of technocrats, then with people that will live within their locality.
As the SLPP chairman Jimmy Batilo Songa say, he no go say again, they go engage the leader then at the council them, who say APC then the lead, for make them take over the council in work. Floyd Alex Davis say, the decision where the SLPP leadership don't take for pull the mayor and other council chairman them, nothing as Salone Constitution and safe, nothing at the Local Government Act. For Radio Democracy, you know Kabia the reports.
The program where they listen to now Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for the Democracy. We come to you against Sanepo. You talk about different, capacity them way we they get as way for supply electricity in our Freetown. You talk about, you say Bumbuna at now they give less than 10 megawatts. You say Kapawa they give like 45 megawatts, and you see the CLG they send like 15 megawatts. All come na Freetown. This all added give like something like 65. And okay, plus what in Guinea serve the supply. That one they all go to 70 or so. In an interview with
Waxilla plus Nigata.
The only supply right now?
Yes, I tell you, I mentioned them. See the Black Road and Kingstown.
Black Road, you just say Black Road they support. They give lights.
Yeah.
Because the information will get Black Road they give lights right now.
Right now, if you watch see Waxilla, Nigata, one day Black Road, one day Kingstown. The one they give 7 megawatts, the one they give 4.5 megawatts.
When they start for this power?
Since we get the night load shedding,
when
the operation, I think about 2 weeks ago.
So the prediction for KKY come to pass, they match with them people and to Sierra, so they begin for supply light and they say.
So now they say I tell you see governance and continuity.
So yeah, it come to pass, right?
I say it work to us for
March.
Without this Nigata engines them
by March.
Even though you know bidding at the sector now as sector lead, we got a new minister. When the minister come, abandon that project. It also focus on it because we know say there is going to be a need for it at this point in time.
Okay.
So that make now the minister come, he drive, he ensures they engage Ministry of Finance, get the experts them, then kind of the country. They don't maintenance the machines them. They are now up and running.
In an interview with expert them, as I mentioned just now, they go tell you say Freetown like 150 or above for able for make stable light day na all parts so far within the city. But again, out of that one day, some years back or term back, we will see car power alone with the supply almost all of putting all the one also combined put together. Why did it drop in car power?
So there's no drop in car power. You know, we get contract with car power. The contract is defined by their operations. For instance, if you say dry season for supply 25 megawatt, 30 megawatts, now they get for supply. If there's a need, they can write for let you extend on them. If in the dries you say if for supply 45, 50 megawatts, you stick to the contract. So and I will tell you, see, we don't go in tandem, we don't go in accordance with the contract we will get with car power.
This is the lowest we car power ever supply in the dries, 45 or 40.
We can go to 50 megawatts.
No, lowest in terms of capacity.
The lowest it can supply you. It depends on how you want. If one
in the guys, no, just the try for safe. Now the lowest this you don't supply before now.
No, not to the lowest. You don't supply less than that. If Kappa machines get issue, they can reduce on the generation capacity. They can ask requests, they would reduce on with capacity.
This guy for do anything with the factory on older people also?
No, no. If you get for do payment to Kappa, then they will send out notice for shutdown. So you're not gonna have to do that. So
as of now, what's not the Kappa?
No, I'm not able to tell you from Musa season.
So it's not the status of Una and Kappa? Okay.
Very okay, because we so the issue with Kappa, all need to understand is we get a contract with Kappa. The Ministry of Energy Ministry of Finance gets a contract with Kappa. So on ETSA side, we very current with current bills what they pay. Within the contention was backlog. What if we don't accrue over time, we will not able to pay.
And I don't pay only backlog.
No, they don't do what they call payment plan. So the payment plan they go on smoothly. So I think there's no cause for. Of course, I don't say if there's an issue, Kappa will always come out and issue out a public notice, inform the public, and we say we'll come and talk to the people. So we relationship with Kappa is they intact. So as I say, we also get you know about Newton. We also get another renewable energy infrastructure on Newton, where we get 6 megawatts installed. But what's happened, I'll get a project called Respite Project. Respite Project, they cater for 40 megawatts. So 30 of that 40 megawatts, the NEPA installed now Newton. So we expect it from now to December and running into Q1 2027, will they begin operate that particular infrastructure. The in-get battery back system, we mean to say, even though na solar, you go give you power na in a Santem, you give power back na net the same capacity. So and also the 10 megawatt to go na long game. So if you go there now, I think so I get for take una, let we go na that project side and una see the massive work could go on na that project. We also go there about Nance Power. Nance Power they na Kisi. Nance Power get for give you up to 110 megawatts or more. So down this FED at an advanced stage, you go on see on social media, you go on see briefs of
that same project
the progress.
The 9 African Express talking about the term as fake and the dubious project.
No, I mean they pay credence to which in African Express you say at the talk about fact and reality.
What's not the fact?
If you call them fake, why we get them? Why the construction is gone? If it's fake, go there now. The reality is on the ground. You can go and see it by yourself.
So
go to the site. You see the investment. You see the installations that they've gone. How do you call them fake?
So almost megawatts for its own need for each household. So because if they talk about Black Hole they give 60 megawatts, Kintom they give 9 megawatts, and plus the 25, then they add to Kappa ship, Kappa ship they add up to 45 megawatts and all with all the load schedule. So almost for its own need, and why the blackout still there?
So I tell you, like calculation what you do, not too correct.
Not
sorry
correct.
to say, because we get. So I will tell you, see, we currently get a deficit of 15 megawatts based on with normal current generation flow. So that deficit of 15 megawatts, then would make would it shared in a net, because you know what can happen on net.
So almost we don't need before you explain, Andy.
We don't need around 95 to 100 megawatts.
We get now.
So right now we get around 75 megawatts. Who they operate on currently? Now free on. So what this guy for establish here is, if in a situation, for instance, if we get all the 100 megawatts in Africa, we also get transportation bottlenecks. That make in the load show talks from the far east to the far west, we get limitations because we get line limitations. That make right now several works to go on for ensure say we overcome them bottlenecks and so the point what I want for hammer home here is that we know say yes of course we got deficit and because of the deficit make and the bottlenecks make with the load shed, but the load shed is around 7 to 12. So why make we take on 7 to 12? Now because we call them peak hour. Peak hour at the same way you know when all don't go to house, when I want for watch television, when I want for put AC on, when I want for using appliances. So if all Sierra Leoneans and are consumers of electricity, they decide for use power at the same time are then convenient. Of course, they demand the shoot, and because they demand the shoot, we not get the demand the shoot, we not get the ready supply for match up to the demand. We decide for load shed.
Quickly
so
for just for the purpose of clarity, what's not the reason when we could get 15% or 15 megawatt deficit?
Because I don't tell you what, we don't take off Bumbuna and not give you any generation capacity because what Bumbuna they give you is so smaller to know the counter. And also I don't tell you that one. Also I don't tell you we get markets when the solar, but because not to farm power, and not able to give you supply na net. So in the out now over 18 megawatts inside the out. So once you know then to the out, of course we'll get a deficit. So I'm gonna say in during the day we are a bit comfortable and convenient because we get the solar with the on and also they give you a bit of
so sir before
supply.
we listen to the people and where they use the lights including we Odinaya, this 75 megawatts now source on they get some for supply free to.
So we get some from Bumuna we around 5-6 megawatts. We get from CLSG, we get from Guinea, they get from Makuth, what I tell you, we get from Watsila, we get from Nigata.
So information we get now that EDSA get for pay Guinea, and I don't pay Guinea for the lights.
So what is happening? You know, say Guinea in contract now barely 6-7 months. We're not going to contract with Guinea, and of course they'll not be done the send invoice to EDSA. So once they don't begin send invoice now. So yes, of course, they don't begin send invoice. We don't begin pay on the invoice.
Almost like total when I begin for pay.
No, I don't go with able to land.
But I don't begin pay.
Now internal.
When I don't begin pay.
If we not pay, we don't supply you.
That one they get for that internal when they get for do public money.
No, it's not about public money. We agreement with the agreement with Guinea now between Guinea and EDSA. So the invoice will
EDSA on behalf of the people, right?
So I'm coming.
Now on behalf of the people, right?
Yes, but I don't go for reveal what's in there on the invoice will send to EDSA.
Okay, continue for the with me now the program Sanepo. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue inside the program. They continue for look at issues them. Now we they go na Freetown side, some people wait up na the east and western part na Freetown. There is serious concern for sake of the light crisis where they say they affect them. Then people here talk this to Radio Democracy. What them they talk about the constant blackout where they say they na Freetown. Well then talk more so we report our Fenella Edith Stunting.
The program we listen to now, Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we try to bring that particular insight. There are some people now both east and west. There is concern for seeker the light, wait and see. Don't be problem. This BNTM. The program again, Good Morning Salone, will come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We'll get Sir Nepo, one of the communications manager, now EDSA, then at the program this morning, they tell you about what the authority don't do so far for make sure say they address the light problem. Where people only complain, but now the continue. So they wait for that particular insight, they will come back to you. Sir Nepo, just know you talk about agreement with Salone and Guinea signed for supply certain amount of light so far the country. My colleague actually waiting now the money they own they pay for this particular light. You be there on your toes on that one day.
Yes. So again, I just check with statistics.
Okay.
I will tell you, say 2 weeks ago we pulled what you call load shedding, night load shedding. As I tell you, we look at 6 service operational areas. We look at the Central Business District. We begin from Service Square to St. John. We look at the East. We begin from Upgon to Jue. Far East, we begin from Jue to Waterloo. We look at the Mountain Hills. We begin from Wilberforce to Bathurst. We look at the West. We begin from Congo Cross to Lumley, and we'll look at the far west to begin from Juba to Sussex. So now, like even before they tell you, I listen to the interview just now. People actually waiting at the far end of the west and the east, they get challenged. For instance, from Chewy to Waterloo.
So, sir, we only dey quick, we dey come back, so you go just come and respond all. As we producer, they see that issue they already. You say some people now, the eastern part and western part now, Freetown always concerned, but the serious blackout we they say that they get. Well, then people here talk more to report our Fenela Edith Thompson.
Me area where the light price, easy because them they say they get timetable where they give. The quote from Kerry Junction, Kamaraba. At times the light will see come na morning before they say 3 hours I don't go. And they can at times 2 days to 3 days then carry the lights and the lights right now not consistent. So really they stay. And the fast bomb back now so they do. Take fast done. Even pray they will not get light. Definitely we put 10 can out. So all we soup then after because we get 3 plazas there. The light not stable. So we say we decide for clean the freeze we left and so. Block now we get nothing. Colorata bimbe we not get. Right now the lights not easy. I mean the only thing more let the government. I think that the key factor running at the country water light. But the light easy. And say like now daily basis now they make activities and go through. In terms of phone charging now, in terms of food we put in a freeze for cook now, even for the layman we need light.
Anyway, the light frequent times we can they hold on other lights. Before first month itself, we don't get this crisis here. Before first month. They tell government say they are made and put on this light business. The water only a better small, but this light business small. Say without light, no life.
Yeah, when they get lights, like 1 day, make it 2 days, they give away. Sunday, the rest of the day, we need to get lights. By the other next day, we'll get, then they take her back, then they give away. The plazas there, where they put in a freezer, for make it like 1 day, for the next day, lights not the fuel. Or they make beer. Bisabi, the fuel, they turn flush, it's not useful. The person of your for swear. When they talk to Papa government, they are with a big for the lights. Or get a contact. Never say, now that light they now they do business, now that light they now they will solve the family problem, we pick the problem. So now that they know the big Papa government will help for the light issue is steady. Like Friday, when the lights be steady.
We not get lights. Now blackout time with the pan. I don't go song. But right now, like I'm here, you to the talk. So right now, now blackout with the pan. Mrs. of I get soup there inside. All oil from last week lights. And I've been the normal. I did answer with the get it. Do ya we with the bake and no get lights. With the bite top up we not get lights. Then I forward to Saturday before. We eat the wrong pull inside with fridge there. If you see side in fridge, I get soup there. But don't pull because from last week lights there. If we not been get Chinese lights there now. That would say Saturday for. All the salary they go up, but we buy this stuff up here. Lights no they can.
Where the lights business, you want they can. That's today so yesterday then give it for monitor and next then take her. Say monitor back already for can. We don't left lights here. So the plasters they spoil because the freezer we no block. That Sunday we cook, we will get plasters. Because the plastic and the lights them on away. Then give you lights, free lights. Black Road by Kisi Road today. We not get lights off. Then give it today tomorrow and they give it.
Well, that's not voice of some people. Side don't listen to the concern. Them Black Road way it's the ministry they say now one party source them with the give lights. People they complain the concern they come out from people in plazas then they fuel they ration the lights and all. You don't listen to them concern yeah. And then say they bite up and they get the lights.
Candidly, 80% of the concerns them wouldn't raise, then a genuine.
Okay.
A genuine. In the sense, that is why not to secrecy with the Rona ETSA or the Ministry of Energy. We come out very clearly with a timetable. We explain to the people there. We hold meetings, we hold engagement, and we explain to the people and say, this now we challenge, and so we don't intend for Leuna. The reason for the load shedding and for let people get understanding when they know as and when they get electricity, so that go for plan and prepare themselves in the coming days. So that is why if you listen to the opinions that will come up, somebody will tell you, say, I get lights all day, but it go off a certain period. So then in time we reach for let go off, let that person get. So what do they do? We try for equitably shape the light so that the deficit will get able for manager. Don't not just give one person light no more 24 hours, the other person they suffer. No, we want for ensure. Now we could get the architecture we don't put in place. I just talk on 6 service areas. We go for do east, far east, central, west, and far west. we get supervisors. As I sit here, I'm part of the supervisory body for look at certain areas for ensure say we go according to the load shedding. So now I make based on what the opinions them, the comments them, people them right because some man they say I get all day na net around this period it go off. I get all net we do clean 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock until it go off, but it come back later. So something that you term for let go off and the other person you term for let count. So what I discover say is just of course like for Eastern, somebody talk about Eastern, he say it gets 2 days. If you watch now the load shedding scheme, they tell you say 2 days Eastern don't used to alternative supply. Then I get today, I not get tomorrow. But for put yourself in a comfortable position on the load shedding scheme, we talk about say you will go off 2 nights. 2 nights. Then the 3rd night you're supposed to get light. If you not get light, you get for reports. You need for make you know. Sometimes something don't go wrong because we infrastructure readily available for supply.
Even when in a black hole.
So that means to say you get light during the day. We say the emphasis is night, not day. Some people they already say they feel the entire day and no. The emphasis is you get light during the day, but we know they assure you say you get light na net from 7 to 12 because with the load shed. Now make from them period in the during the peak hour. Now the 10 another one make you understand say now me forget light today, not to me forget light today. So you go for the time and I say no tomorrow na net, I me forget light. So you will prepare yourself. If something you get light, you can charge. These are not on net, not to get forget. So that charging they will do to see the other the morning time reach, you get power supply. So we do alternative, of course, from the west, they go from the central, they go to the west, now on alternative basis. But also one follow no say, we also maintain priority areas. We got priorities like for the hospitals, the prisons, and certain critical functionalities.
Some hospitals and they will not get light. When a solar way the Ministry of Health we don't go fix the
no, that's the solar project. It's also
under the ministry.
Was also born under the initiative of the Ministry of Energy.
Okay.
So because of course we know say solar are an alternative. If thermal not able for give, solar can power the hospitals. So now an alternative, you don't mean to say like no, they wouldn't go fix solar. No. Even we say they plan for fix solar now place because solar now you don't mean to say no they generate. Solar now it under we one of the functionalities for ensure say we install solar.
Okay.
I just talk about Marcos na solar. Respite na solar, who they supply na the grid.
Okay,
so solar na part of a generation mix. So we also get a responsibility for ensure say we get a different mix of generation so that we're able for supply power give the people.
So people they buy lights. You either use and through them or buy money or you go na ETSA office. You stay where they buy the light and still get for court GST. We've been seeing NRA being go lock on our office. We want to know NRA una don't pay NRA.
Let's tell you what NRA.
Then NRA say the GST una need to give them.
Ten become almost vex about one and media.
So una need give them the GST.
NRA, but I decide to laugh FM.
Okay.
Let's tell you, yes, you know why we challenge we be challenged before now follow we give NRA GST. Simple reasons. We all know say not to secret. I mean, you don't do interview, Jalo don't do interview several times, so you see, MDA is the owe ETSA, plenty money. MDI is the owe ETSA, plenty money. Most of them MDAs, they are all government institutions. Government, they give them subsidy.
Namely?
I name now. I tell you, even NRA, we owe ETSA at certain point. So, the only thing is, we will owe them much more than them owe we. You understand?
So balance.
No, of course, Ministry of Finance don't come. They don't see the Ministry of Energy. They don't care for solve the situation. But again, I mean, for me, there was no need for let NRA even go seal ETSA office at the time we don't go seal up. So let's say now, all the MDs that don't owe ETSA decided to go seal all the offices. People don't go work. They don't go work.
Now the justification that one day they bring up, somebody go say this no, I mean supposed to be in as much as people in the way owner, but people in the way they pay. Why want to take for most people in the pay owner and pay for the GST?
No, we don't. What in NRA we go seal office for? Now for old debt. Now debt we don't act. We don't to current debt. You get certain.
Una don't pay.
Period. No, well then the discussion there on it go solve. But
how long
now? We current. No, I not go before.
But don't be a while now.
If it's I not go tell you the specific.
One go and say una no one pay NRA, but una one other people and pay una and citizens and they pay and GST.
What I tell you is the one them we know they pay lights for light. Them boku pass don't already pay. Jalo, we don't get several, we don't get media at all. We don't go to places. Day in, day out. If you go CID, the kind of meter that don't owe the CID, people then they now custody every day because of the thief light. So the fact here is we get plenty of people who the thief light. They will get plenty people back who they use the light. Who they need to give for pay appropriate bids.
People understand what they say, but again, for any post you buy light, it's supposed to get I think 15%. We're not supposed for cut and pay.
So I think for closer argument, Jalo, we current right now we current on the payment of GST to NIA.
Okay.
Will they pay? We get evidence of payment to the pay to NIA. What I tell you, that debt will be done accrue for some years ago. Then with the SIDOM together with the ministry, the two ministries, they all know the issues, they know the challenges, they know what ETSA said to go through as an institution. They know say MDs and ETSA, they know the challenge that will cause we ETSA they face. So they solve that.
Okay, sir, quick one because now before we go take the message, one concern back with on the happen at different community. Now, if people get problem with the cable or lights no go or low or bad lights come and all, then they tell you say like you call ETSA. The first way they call na ETSA, they tell you say pay. And in some certain community, they tell you say if the ETSA man can say, "Una give me 1,000 or 2,000." Then we pass people, they go right around the community, collect 20 or 30,000 and pay because people want lights. Why that's for
So you know a bad behavior than from some of the staff them. And management need to tolerate and we know they accommodate them. Now make even during the time where the minister will be launch this load shed, where minister meet with we. Minister make them very clearly say anybody we he say he don't go ask customer for money for certain things. He said they will not dismiss them. And they ask for let them dismiss them. And we lost them very clear on that day. So we can talk say, in fact, we can talk say most times when they pay service charge. That service charge and say we can buy materials, even though they do, but they can get maintenance and repairs materials for ensure say when fault occur within communities, we will go and ensure say we sort them out. So we staff do not get right. I repeat, we staff do not get right for ask customer for pay money for make for solve
so
problem.
If that happen again number of customer they for call.
In fact, I tell you what we get with free toll line on a 672. Equally so if you watch on the load share list, we also get WhatsApp number on a 077 675 675 all the 672. We free toll line at 672. Then we get we WhatsApp line on 077 672 672.
Okay.
But also we don't also can't forget another WhatsApp number on Orange on 075 672 672. But also what about the power on is that the minister will don't give a directive. We don't get what we call chatbot, WhatsApp chatbot. That chatbot the for ensure say you don't need to talk to ETSA staff for them to go solve a problem. The chatbot, you just enter at the chatbot, you log in, you complain, the chatbot they talk to you. He asks you which kind of complaint you get. He name the complaint the way who customer the experience. You click on the complaint. You show you the map, they show you map. We're gonna place. So we don't launch down the and today they go live. We go live today with the call the media, we call people them for them to use the chatbot for make complaint. So the advice to people them is
so the number always they on?
They always always on. So me
advice, they on now?
The chatbot no
now they call so the number they off.
Which one the number?
The number for the people.
I said on WhatsApp. The 672 on WhatsApp, okay. not to call.
672.
The free you get 672 on the free toll line.
Now WhatsApp you able
No, you can call them free toll line.
Call?
Yeah, normal call. Okay. You call them the 672, but the 077 672 672. Now WhatsApp.
So how come the whosoever they be on the phone they for pick this call?
Yeah. Now they ring so.
How they call?
They ring. So if they ring so if call they on. If you get just imagine we serve the entire country. That's just an evidence for sure. See the line the work is functional.
But in the function, but for pick and the house.
Sometimes the customer, they engage. We get over 7 to 8.
But don't pass 3 minutes.
So most staff them when get behind the phone.
We got over 7 to. You see, it should say busy.
No, pick the
No, it's busy. No, not busy.
It's busy. You know how
we still hold on to the call. Let we take some text message them na the program. Quick, we go on our Facebook page. This first one I will take form. I mean, Kindo Amane na it say people and get mind for thief light. We know they come stealing electricity in advance is a bitter crime.
This other one they say sustainability is now a key drive in the electricity sector. Sierra Leone must prioritize a reliable and sustainable power supply, similarly to what neighboring Guinea is doing. Additionally, the provision of free electricity to police and military barracks represents a significant financial burden on ETSA. and it should be reviewed to improve effectiveness and sector visibility.
This other
for
person,
mistake.
okay. This other person say, please ask the EDSA man as what's the way forward for the rural electrification project, especially about a town in Tonkoli district called Masimbi. This person not only get this concern, we get other concerns themselves where they come up from other communities them na Freetown, we get for the expansion of the network.
And this other one, they say the lights challenge don't be one big problem na the country. It's a need for step up because people they buy lights, then they know they get waiting them forget. Well, because of time, sir, we go advise when I go na the Facebook page, plenty message away they then they will get to do with EDSA, so you go respond to the message them.
Yeah, thank you very much. Somebody talk about renewable energy access to rural communities. Yes, of course. Right now we are working on the fact here is, after the talk, we'll get over total capacity of 88 megawatts of renewable energy in the country, of which we'll get 56 megawatts on our hydro and we'll get 3 megawatts on our bioenergy. So we get a project, where we get for expand on electricity to rural communities. We'll get over 100 to 200 community households, so we'll get for a target. Land area on course. But also, we get what we call the CLSG rural electrification. We'll get over 39 villages who don't electrify. In fact, I was part of that team 2 weeks ago. We don't check, we do deployments now, we staff them to all of them. Yeah, it cut across from Kono, Teka, Mashingbi, all of them, outside the CLSG line pass, we do drops for communities and so that the township will get access to electricity. We don't go wire they, we don't install meters and we don't put transformers. So we deploy staff then now. Once we deploy them staff then operations will begin. So that is understandable. So also somebody talk about free light not there. Because we don't get them free as EDSA. What you say to do, as I tell you, we don't know the KPIs is for pay them, this person for pay them because we sell for sell the light and we sell the light, we're supposed to get the money, but in a be so we send the light to customer them in returns, we not get the appropriate money from the customer them for pay, we IPP them. There comes where we get challenges with regards with finances. We get challenge constraint for pay the IPP them. So and for you talk about expansion of Freetown. Expansion of Freetown, it never done. Now an ever-ending cycle because people build houses on a daily basis. Businesses they grow on a daily basis. Recreational facilities they come up on a daily basis. So what would they do? Would they expand as and when the need arise? If communities are not established, they can write to we go do feasibility study. Then we check what in the we do assessment, we check what in the needs that we can expand. Okay. But also, say we don't expand to several places. One important thing again, people know is we get this JICA project. We're at the peninsula axis. Of course, we don't get that conversation there. Now the project don't begin. So probably in a year or two, the entire peninsula axis from Sussex till go almost Waterloo, they get distribution network infrastructure. We mean to say we also get for cater also for the generation capacity. Okay. That's the more reason why I told you about the respite project we provide over 30 megawatts. Once they're available, we'll do for supply.
Plenty thank you, sir. Jalo, we go advise EDSA for letting can do EDSA hour na Radio Democracy. So now go inform.
But I think say my last word again is in as much as everybody they ask EDSA for provide light, we also they beg the customer they make them inculcate the habit for the pay bills. And if you see competitive lights and vandalize EDSA, no we can
EDSA hour for this. So now we can explain to the customer.
We'll get them.
And then on a free line there for make una for talk to them and they improve more because still they calling and they peak.
Okay, we don't know turn it down. Thank you.
Well, now this edition of the program, Good Morning Salone, go left you. Plenty thank you to we producer Mangi Mansari with support from Usman Kamara. Plenty thank you to me Kamara Bango and Famata Samura. We make una see we live on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you to DJ Keman for his technical support. So to meet again, mina Kabia de say tata.
And my name na Chengo Jalo de say Juma Mubarak to all Muslims out there.